Alrighty guys, we're back for some black-blue zombie aggro. For anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well. Alrighty guys, let's go over the deck, then hop into some ranked because I think the deck will be good enough for ranked. We'll see though. We got 4 Champion of the Parish, 2 Dungeon Crawler. There's actually no way to complete a dungeon with this deck, but it's a 2/1 zombie, so I mean, we'll see how that goes. Shambling Ghast, we got 4 of them. We got 4 Graf Reavers, 4 Tainted Adversaries, 4 Skaabs. I've been calling him Skaabs because he looks like a big old scab, but I suppose it might be pronounced Skaab. Not really sure. I'm going to keep calling him Skaab, though. That's my nickname for him, if anything. We got 3 Geralf Visionary Stitchers, 4 Archghoul of Thraben. We got 4 Headless Riders, 3 Necrodualities. We're rocking a Hall of the Storm Giants and a Hive of the Eye Tyrant in the mana base. Should be, yep, 24 land total. So guys, the goal of the deck is to do zombie things. Few noteworthy cards, right? So this is not a zombie in and of itself, it's a human wizard, but zombies you control have flying. It also has blue, and tap this, sacrifice another non-token creature. Create an XX blue zombie creature token where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. Not sure how often that'll come into play. Mostly it's here to give our zombies flying and just fly over the other creature decks, right? That just sounds really, really good. It's a legendary creature, that's why there's only 3. As for the Necroduality, we don't have 4 because I actually don't own the 4th one, but it's also on the top end of the curve as a 4-drop. As far as aggro decks go, I usually try not to have too many 4-drops anyways, so it works out. I think 3 will work fine. Alrighty, guys, let's go get into that first match and see how this does. So guys, we also have our first ever subscriber goal. We set it to 1,000. Seems far away, but y'all are crushing it so far. We're over a 1/4 of the way there already. So guys, if you enjoy the content and want to help us reach our goal, do consider subscribing. Once we reach the goal, I'll go ahead and set up a Discord server for the community, which sounds like a whole lot of fun. And yeah, guys, like, thank you for all the support so far, the likes and the comments and all of it. You guys are just incredible. Like, seriously though, this is a great hand, man. Holy cow. I don't even know where to start. I mean, we need to get that 3rd land, but even without it, this is gonna pack a punch. Ooh, nice draw too. Wow. Wow. The efficiency in these upcoming turns is insane. They want to take out the champion with their play with fire now because yeah. Because yeah, it can get out of hand really fast. I couldn't think of what this card was. I knew it wasn't Frostbite because, well, it could have been Frostbite. It could have been. They, like, Goblin decks and stuff still run Den of the Bugbear and Frostbites. So, I mean, either one. Either one. We knew it stuck, so. Speaking of Frostbites, it can't hit our Skaab just yet. Okay, so no Frostbites in the deck, most likely. Be weird if they had a normal basic mountain. So, there's a few 2-drops that could hit this. I'm pretty concerned that we're gonna get removed. Looks like we're up against another Is It build. Dang, okay. Let's play this out on black and get that Headless Rider down now. So for anyone who may have seen my my previous video, we only played against Alrund's Epiphany decks the entire video, and I've not hopped into a ranked match since that video. So we are on a streak of just playing Alrund's Epiphany, which is fine, right? Headless Rider really helps us get by the Epiphany decks. We have a bit of a slower start than we wanted since we lost the Champion of the Parish turn 1, but that's to be expected against Epiphany decks. Very rarely will you keep your first creature. because it's just filled with Fading Hopes and Play with Fires, right? There's a good chance that the opponent always starts with one of them. And of course, right now he's thinking about Divide by Zero. He passes the turn. We know it's most likely in their hand, as well as any other form of removal that they need, right? So the question here is, do we dump the board? Do we dump the hand onto the board state? Or do we get the Hive of the Eye Tyrant out tapped? I think we save the Hive of the Eye Tyrant and we do dump everything onto the board. We're going to do it before combat here. Because now is the time if they want to kill a creature, right? Like bouncing the creature, a Headless Rider won't do anything anyways. Now's the time to kill a creature. Okay, so it's most likely a bounce. So we'll save the Shambling Ghast back until the main phase 2. We'll swing on in, and most likely Headless Rider goes back to our hand. Yeah, at some point I'm just going to become a professional at playing against these All-Ruined Epiphany decks. Dang. Hopefully we get some aggro matchups in, though. Okay, Demon Bolt, actually. Wow, that's an interesting one. Yeah, that would have been the time before the other Headless Rider actually hit the board, would have been the time to go ahead and kill it. But I mean, whatever works, man. I mean, we got a board full of zombies right now. Beautiful zombies. Excuse me, guys. I'm recording this in the morning again, and allergies are rampant in the morning. Am I using the right terminology there? Rampant. Why does everything sound like a magic card? Because everything is a magic card is the answer. Another Shambling Ghast. Gotta get this out tapped. As you guys can see, we now have enough next turn to bring out the Hive. Yep, we'll go ahead full swing here. We got to expect more removal, but we also have to get as much damage in as possible. Cinderclasm's pretty brutal. No real good way around it, but we do get some zombies back on the board. And how close is that? Dang, if we would have got the other Shambling Ghast on the board first, we could have actually taken out the egg here. We would have lost another Shambling Ghast, but that's pretty brutal, actually. We got 6 zombies back. Hopefully they're done with their removal for now. Like any aggro deck running into 3 turns of just getting their creatures destroyed is pretty bad. And honestly, with Headless Rider, you guys can see just how well the board like holds up. Like, look at this. 6 zombie tokens? Like, come on now. Okay. Rampant means especially of something unwelcome or unpleasant, flourishing or spreading unchecked. Sure, why not? Allergies are rampant. Sure. That works. Ooh. Ooh. That's fancy. That's fancy to be in an Izzet deck. Okay, so we gotta expect the dragon to turn from a Fading Hope or a Play with Fire here. Graf Reaver is pretty cool. We still haven't gotten any damage through, which is just awful. I think this is a Hive of the Eye Tyrant turn. If they block the Shambling Ghast, then a lot of this is going through. So I think this is still a full swing regardless. And let's grab, what do we want out of their grave? I guess the Cinderclasm. Did they miss a couple land drops and I just haven't been paying any attention? Yeah, so Fading Hope, they get their dragon. We do get to replay the Hive of the Eye Tyrant this turn. They block a zombie and probably kill our Shambling Ghast, take 10 damage. Nope. They take 9 damage instead. Well, they're thinking about it. Down to 11. Get the Hive down. Okay, with their Ashmouth Dragon, they can really start to pop off on these zombies. So we really need to see something here. Really gonna need to see something. He's searching for a land here. Yeah, guys, at this point, I feel like I have to apologize to you guys. We are just constantly going up against Alrund's Epiphany decks. So far, no Alrund's Epiphany. They're very far away from it as far as land goes. So it might be an Izzet deck, which is pretty cool. I appreciate just the basic Izzet decks without the extra turns. You know, it's still really powerful, especially when they had a beginning of just straight up remove everything. Even so, I'm impressed with our board state right now. Not upset by this at all. We still have 3 zombies even after the Ashmouth Dragon. Like, it's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, we're not going to be getting through unless we really see something spectacular here. Something that would be great is the Necroduality. And then we could start popping off with the Graf Reavers, but yeah, a swing here just isn't worth it. We lose another zombie. We only get 2 through, down to 9. It could be worth it if we drop both of these. We're 1 mana short of the Hall of the Storm Giants because we do have that treasure. Is it worth the 2 damage, then slap the Graf Reavers? I don't know if it is. I think, like, it's not worth saving just in case we draw a Necroduality. I think we just slap it all onto the board. And we try better swings next turn and see what we draw. Yeah, that's rough. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to play that turn, and not sure what the correct way is. So we lose another 2/2. It's nothing to be surprised about, that's for sure. We're probably going to lose a couple more of the 2/2s. Now they have to consider, right? Do they want to hit a Graf Reaver a couple times just to get rid of one? I don't think so. I think they definitely want to get rid of some 2/2s, especially like since they know we have the Bladestitched in our deck. Our scabby Scabby boy. Really good card. That would have been great off the top actually. Because we might have gotten 6 through because they might have wanted to save the Flame Breather if a full swing happened. Yeah, pretty rough. They didn't hit a land here. Oh, yep, there it is. Wow, that's rough, man. We lost all 3 zombies. Yeah, once the Ashmouth flips, if you don't have an answer for it, like as far as aggro decks go, it'll just peel your board apart really, really fast. You know, like 2 damage to any target. Yeah, that'll do you in. Guys. I said it wasn't worth holding back, and then we draw the Necroduality. I don't even know what to say right now. I guess we'll play it. I mean, we're not dead yet, but like the options that the opponent has is way too powerful. A swing here isn't even worth it. We want them to target the 2/2 with the Ashmouth, so that way we actually have cards next turn. So full swing. They block a 3/3. They block the 2. They take 3, going down to 8, and we lose one of our Graf Reavers. And they don't even have to block the 2/2. They can just drop the Consider to kill it. Ah, oh, this is rough. This is really rough. Like, I don't, like, it only makes sense to charge in because we're going to lose our creatures anyways. But at the same time, there's almost no point to charge in because we'll just lose more than if the opponent actually has, like, it depends what they want to target here. Like, we're so low, they could target our face a few times. They just need 3 times. Oh, that's what they're doing. Oh, okay, yeah. I guess we were kind of out of luck there. We were kind of out of luck there for a while anyways. GG, guys, GG. That was a rough match. I do think that this deck can do better against Epiphany decks. We just didn't see it that time. We just didn't see it that time. Hey, what's really nice though is we didn't see Epiphany, so we still don't even know if it was just a basic Is It deck? Is it burn maybe? I can actually see that. I can see that, and I can see that working really, really well actually. So I like that. No extra turns for the opponent that game. Next match. Let's do it, guys. I think this deck has a lot of potential. I think Zombies has a lot of potential. We just got to see it, and we have to, like, if it's another day of going up against Is It decks and Epiphany decks, then I guess it's a GG, man. I mean, I still got to upload the video regardless. It's a great hand. Dude, what is up with these hands? It's a goblin deck. Guys, we're free. We're free. The champion of the perished is probably just gonna die to burn here, but we're free. I'm so happy. Oh, okay. Our champion of the perished actually survived there. So, I mean, oh my goodness, guys, what a line of play. Honestly, the Graf Reaver probably, we want to hold that back for now. Well, Bladestitched would be quite the surprise if they keep cards on the board. We just don't want too much extra damage from this, because goblins can be really explosive, but the Graf Reaver is probably still the play here, because it's chunky enough to block into the Fireblade Charger right now. Unless they buff all of them right now too. That would be quite the intense. Okay, so there's the burn spell. That is pretty bad for us. If they have a second play with fire, I say go for it, buddy. At least that's 2 damage that we're not taking. Frostbite, yep, that's fine. That's fine. Let's get our Visionary Stitcher down, and then we have a couple Scabby Boys to play next turn. If this is pronounced Scab, that's so gross, man. Okay, play with fire to the face. A Visionary Stitcher blocks really well here. They could have actually swung in. I guess they wanted the scry. Headless Rider's really good here too. Very cool. Gotta save the blockers back. They're missing their 3rd land. Whoa! New card! Target creature gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. First strike. Nice, nice. That's actually a big swing for them. We're gonna take the 5. one more land and we could really start to flood this board. I think it's time to get the Headless Rider down though. Do we start to swing, guys? It's probably pretty dangerous. We do have the Headless Rider potential. We're an aggro deck too. We gotta start to try to race here before even like the goblins can start to take over pretty easy. We do have this. We could sacrifice a non-token creature and create some zombies. Unfortunately, it's equal to the creature's toughness, but remember, any zombie we sacrifice, we also get some 2/2s. So yeah, in this instance, we might as well sacrifice Headless Rider. That's pretty good, actually. That's really good. Because we have 13 damage on the board. We have 14 damage with the Visionary Stitcher, so they have to save a blocker back, which is insane. That is insane, guys. Yeah, another Headless Rider. Sure. We'll take it, right? 1, 2, 3. We have enough blockers on the board, and we can just create even more zombies with the Visionary Stitcher. Wow, this is a board state, man. Yeah, GG. GG opponent. They did get us down to 6 there. An opponent, I appreciate you for playing aggro and goblins at that. So thank you. Thank you for not being an Epiphany deck. Like, for real, though. Alright, third match. This is going well, guys. Overall, it's going well. Like, even against the first match, like, we still got to see the power of, or like, the staying power of our board state. Which is really good. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is a good hand. Yeah, 2 Champion of the Parish is always good. Opponent goes first here. We're expecting that they probably have an aggro deck or a deck that's known to be aggressive. So we might be finally up against mono white or mono green, because I doubt they're going to put us against goblins twice. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. I'm wondering if we, I wonder if we go the second champion. Oh no, come on, guys. Come on, is this what ranked has become? Okay. We attempt the other champion now. 24 land might be too much for the deck, but it is most likely Grixis Epiphany then. Is that right, Grixis? I think so. Celestis comes down. That's pretty nasty. That's pretty gross. We have to start doing stuff like turn 5. We do have a pretty sick play to beef up the board. They keep it all open. Celestis turned out to be a pretty good card, huh? Another Headless Rider is really good. We're actually going to do this before combat because it does affect combat, so. And now's the time to kill something too if they wanted to. Divide by 0, sure. At least it's not dead. Oh, nice. Grabbing the Annihilation. Infernal Grasp, getting us a 2/2 back. Get our Headless Rider down and drop the Champion of the Parish. So they definitely slowed us down there, but our board is holding up. Just kind of what you want to see from zombies, right? Like theme-wise or you know, flavor. I don't know, it just makes sense. Like endless waves of zombies. Yep, the Annihilation comes down. Okay, pretty good. We'll get this down on black. So at this point, At this point, any amount of complete board wipes is going to do us in. But we have... I mean, we have lethal damage on the board, so... Yeah. They want to do that. Spike Field Hazard doesn't hit anything. They need the blocker, so... This makes me wonder if I should have added more removal here. Oh, Infernal Grasp, that's right. They had the Celeste open there. Yeah, that's pretty rough, but it's not over by any means. We're actually one turn away from powering up the Hall of the Storm Giants as well. Yeah, we'll fly on in here. If we had the thing that buffed our zombies, we don't. We don't have our Scabby Boy, but if we did, that would be it. Swing on in with everything. Gotta do as much damage as possible as soon as possible. Opponent is down to 1. They just so happened to have that 1. Now there's a lot that the opponent can do, and I mean a lot. So I'm pretty scared. What's that? What's that? GG opponent? GG, that's a way to go out, right? That's a way to go out. I can only assume that that was an Epiphany deck again, but we don't know because we didn't actually see them take extra turns. So I mean, yeah, it is what it is, right? Hop into the next match. Zombies looking spicy. I like it, and fun too. I love the staying power of the board with the new Headless Rider. Like, for real, though. Archghoul finally going to see some play, maybe. Yeah, good hand. Wow, these hands are really good, guys. Really consistent hands. Right into the Graf Reaver, right into the Archghoul. Mono green. Guys, we're up against mono green, and I'm excited about it. Let's take it down. Decline. Okay, most likely a troll on turn 3, right? Like, that's what I would expect. If they didn't have a turn 1, turn 2, yeah, there's the troll. So, if a zombie dies, look at the top card. If it's a zombie card, reveal it, put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Yeah, pretty good. We can't swing into the troll, unfortunately, but we could double block the troll if we need to. We should be pretty afraid of Blizzard Brawl, but at least we get to kind of filter through. Yeah, Blizzard Brawl comes down, that's fine. Mono green doing mono green things. Can't complain too much as long as it's not an Epiphany deck. Yeah, our Scabby Boy is going to hit the board next turn, which is really good. And no blocks will take the 5. We're going to take 1 damage from the Graf Reaver. Another troll comes down. Oh, no. I know mono green's not hard to predict, but dang, that's rough. Yeah, we got to get our death touch down for sure. And actually, guys, this is pretty brutal. This is a really strong turn. We just have to not die, and we might just accidentally win next turn with our flying. That's it. That's all we have to do. We have to not die this turn, or lose creatures, I guess. But still, I know it's greedy, but yeah, we don't take the 8 here, right? I'm thinking we could take 5 instead of 8. They have 4 open is the thing. Would they have 5 damage in hand? Let's risk it. Let's risk it. Let's do it, guys, for science. I think normally I would go ahead and put the Tainted Adversary into the old Growth Troll. It would help them ramp, though, and if they had a run in 7... yeah. So we're down to 4. We drop the island. We drop Well, we don't even need flying. They must have something, right? I don't know what they would have for 4 green mana. Yeah, they're tapped out. Do we even risk the full swing here? $12? They must have something to gain them life. Oh no, even that kicked needs to... Oh, they might not kick it. They might just gain the 4. Swinging for 12. Nice. Thank you. Thanks. I don't know what's nice about it, but I'm assuming they're gaining life. No, they're actually going to take out the Skaab here. And we're going to be hitting in for 8 damage. Do they have another one, maybe? Okay, down to 4. We have to drop the other Tainted Adversary now. We probably should have done that before combat. That way the Champion of the Parish would have hit for 1 more damage. But at the same time, it would have revealed more information about our hand. They would have known that we were tapped out. Maybe it would have changed their plays. Probably not, but it is something to think about. Yeah, Tainted Adversaries are enough to block in and not deal lethal damage to us. I can only imagine that they have another Inscription of Abundance that's holding this back here. Maybe a Snakeskin Veil, but honestly, I'm not convinced. They plop a couple counters onto a troll now. It would definitely help them. The problem is 3 blockers held back here is probably enough to save us. Yep, another Inscription of Abundance. So we're forced to double block here, and if they have another removal, we're dead. So we're taking 2, and we're taking another one from the Graf Reaver. We're dead. We're dead. Good game. Good game, opponent. Wow, that was annoyingly predictable of a match. Almost everything we said happened. But that is what it is, right? Mono green did mono green things, as long as it's not Epiphany at this point. Let's hop into the final match of the evening and see how Zombies holds up. Honestly, guys, there was a lot of things I could have done differently against that mono green. I mean, we could have held back another blocker. We could have just anticipated the fact that they would have whatever they need to slip that last bit of damage in, or, you know, they doubled down on the removal on our turn, which is really, really brutal there. Yeah, two Inscription of Abundances showing their power. Like, that card is really, really good. And then late game, it gains you life and everything too. Okay, we are waiting on the opponent, and we cannot cancel here. So, take a sip of my tea, and I guess that's that. We'll wait till the minute mark, but I really hope we're not in a match right now, just working down the timer, especially since we're in ranked. If we're in normal play mode, it's fine for the game to bug out. But, alright, we're going to go ahead and restart because I've seen this before. I've seen the patterns before, and I'll tell you what, I don't like cutting it out of the video. Just in case, like, for some odd reason, the opponent thinks I'm just running down the timer, which seems to be what everyone thinks is going on. Instead of, like, thinking that the game crashed, maybe we're just having trouble finding a match. There we go. Yeah, sometimes if I have to wait a minute, sometimes we have to restart. Do apologize for that, guys. At least we got to talk a little bit about the power of the Inscription of Abundance, or whatever it's called. Let's see if we can get that final victory here, guys, because I think this deck's really good. It's just having really tough matchups right now. I mean, the meta is pretty much, okay, this might be vampires, which is probably a good thing. Yeah, the overall meta right now is mono white, mono green, and epiphany, and that's what you'll run up the most against, right? If you see any other deck, you like just be really happy. Like this. I have no idea what this deck is. I'm actually a little bit afraid to go up against it, but like, it's really nice to see different decks. What do we got? What do we got? Oh my, what a great card to hit off the top. What a great card to hit off the top, man. GG. Like drawing an extra card at that point. Yeah, Infernal Grasp on the on our Scabby boy. Very well. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay. Another Scab. Shambling Ghast. Very nice. Willow Geist. Sweet. Like Jund Graveyard or something. It's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, opponent's doing things, and I like don't know how to respond to said things. A couple Graf Reavers is not out of the question here. Save the Tainted Adversary in case we top deck that land. Really wish we would have seen Necroduality a bit more today. Get this down on black. There's only a few things that take blue, so let's swing. Because if they trade with the Shambling Ghast, they do not. They're down to 8. Yeah, if they traded with the Shambling Ghast, we could have grabbed a treasure and then actually played the Tainted Adversary that turn, which wouldn't have been bad. The 2 Graf Reavers is really good too, though. Couple 4/3s. Okay, they're getting their blockers down, that's for sure. Yep, they got their blockers. Now we need to top deck the card that gives us gives all of our zombies flying, and then just swing on in, right? Nope, that works though. Beef up the zombies a little bit more here. Is this still a full swing? I think so. Even though our Scab is in the line of fire, they're at 8, and we want to be as aggressive as possible here. Yep, they're going down to 6. Sacrificing the Willowgeist, sure. A little bit of trample on these Graf Reavers, let me tell you. Just a little bit of trample, all you need. Down to 3. Do we expect board wipes? I'm gonna play against board wipes, guys. We don't know what the opponent's playing. He's gonna drop this out, but I'll tell you what, if it's a bunch more blockers, then we have something to be sad about. But there it is. Nice, 60% win rate. The deck is pretty aggressive, and I think it would stay pretty consistent along the 60% win rate. You could probably climb with the deck, honestly, but it does need more testing. Obviously, 5 matches isn't enough to really see, but it feels really consistent. Like every hand that we drew was just really consistent there. Let's see here. Yeah, we didn't get to see any use out of the Necroduality, which really sucks because it's really a fun card, and I think it would have really popped off a few times there. Didn't get to see any dungeon crawler action either, so we really don't know if it's worth having a 1-drop 2/1 come in tapped and then no other ability technically, but it is a zombie, and being a 1-drop, it does work with Champion of the Perished really well, and you know, you might be able to slip it in as an extra play on like turn 4, drop a 3-drop and drop a dungeon crawler, right? So it is nice having that 1-drop there. Overall, guys, yeah, I like this deck. I like it a lot. I think zombies I think zombies is going somewhere. We just don't know where yet because the meta's just rough right now. Guys, thank you so much for watching this far into the video. You guys are champions for real. And let me know in the comments if you actually do get this far in the video, because that's pretty awesome. Alrighty, guys, I will see you in the next one.